Okay, so wow. Um. Okay, so this is gonna be a lot shorter than the other one. Um. One day I was like at a hotel, a nice one. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it was that day that I was with that serial killer that I didn't know was a serial killer. It was a nice hotel, and I was outside the hotel when at the time I used to smoke. I used to smoke cigarettes, so I was outside smoking. And I see this guy collecting cans out of the trash can, and I didn't see his face at the moment. So he turns around, and I don't think he said anything to me, but I said something to him. And when I look at him, I was like, oh my goodness, like what happened to him, you know? So I can't remember, like, I don't think I was able to give him anything. Usually I'll just, like, when I see somebody going through that, like, who wants to see someone picking through the trash, you know? Usually when I see someone go through that, I'm gonna do my best to reach out. Like, usually when things like that happen, when there's like a homeless person around, like a nice hotel or whatever the case may be, like the staff is gonna make sure, like, hey, get away from like the guests, But it was in the back of the building, so they probably didn't see him, whatever. So, but I looked at him, and he turned around, and I was still talking to him, even though I seen what I seen. I was like, oh my god, like his face was like, it looked like it was blown off. He was missing a major piece. I can't explain it. It's like he had a big hole in his head, in the front of his head. Like I can't explain it. Like it was extremely deformed, and everything. I never seen that in front of my face before. I seen it in documentaries, I've seen it on TV, things like that. But this was different. Like to actually see this in person, and mind you, I never seen this person before. But I see so many things, so it's just like, especially in the healthcare field, I see so many things that even if I see something new, I don't look at that person and be like, oh my god. And it's kind of like this lady, like she had like these weird, like piercing, like I can't explain it. It's like I met two people like this. She had these piercing, like grayish bluish, like I can't explain it. It was so bright, like you could see her eyes from like a mile away. Like that's how like crazy insane her eyes were, right? And her teeth were sharp. Like I can't explain it. It looked like a demon, like demon teeth, like. I never met someone with teeth like that. Like she had like sharp teeth, like sharp shaped teeth. And she was an older woman, so I guess she must have neglected her teeth. I don't know. But she was talking to me. She was talking to me one day, and because I was in the hospital, like around the time that I lost custody of my son. And I was talking to her, and she was like, oh, at first, like, I don't know, she had this like standoffish personality, but I forgot how we started talking. We were talking about something. Oh yeah, because people said to me like, "Oh, something about you. You're like a good luck charm." Because whoever I noticed, this young kid said to me like, um, he was like 18 or something like that. This young kid, I can't remember, 18 or 20. I can't remember how old he was, but I think he was like younger than me. I don't know. I was young too, but I can't remember how. He just looked young. He says to me, he's like, I noticed like every time somebody comes up to you or talks to you or whatever, they go home the next day. He's like, so she's like, yeah, and then she starts talking to me, right? So we're talking. She's like, oh my god, you're not scared? You're not scared to talk to me? I was like, why would I be scared? And she's like, cause of my teeth. I was like, please, like I see your beauty, amongst the teeth. And even though I never seen nobody with teeth like that before, in person, you see it on TV, you see it, whatever. I mean, if two, like another person, yeah, or kid, yeah, it would have probably been traumatizing for them to see. It was like there's no way she could really hide it unless she covered her mouth, unless she covered her mouth or something. So, but back to this guy. I think like that's the thing. I just pay attention to like the person and the personality more than I pay attention to their looks. If it's really dramatic, you know. So the guy, I was talking to the guy and whatever, and then he's like, "Can I show you something?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, I just want to show you this. I thank you for, talking to me and being so nice. He's like, but I just want to show you something. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't know what he was going to show me. So he reaches into his pocket, pulls out, and like, it looked like an ID. Like, I guess it's like a military ID. And he said, "This is me." I was like, "That's you?" And when I tell you, he could have been a model. Like, he was so attractive, memorizing, handsome. He looked like he was mixed with something. I can't remember. Like, he just looked like he was mixed with something. And he's like, I was like, "So what happened?" He's like, "Okay, so I was in the war. I can't remember if he said that he got shot. I think he said he got shot. Or he was near a bomb. I can't remember." So he's like, "Yeah, everything was going well, and I was married. I have kids and everything, and he was young. I can't remember at the time. He was young at the time. I think he was like in his 20s or something like that. And so yeah, he hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So yeah, he like in the picture or the time that he was in the war. I think he was like in his like I guess you could say mid-20s or something like that around this time that it had happened. And meeting him at this point, I believe he was like in his 40s, if I'm not mistaken. So then he was like, he's like, "Yeah, so he's like, when I got home, I was like in the hospital for a very, very long time." And he's like, "I was in ICU for a very long time." I think he said, if I'm not mistaken, at first he was like in a coma. Um, I think that's what he said. He was in a coma. Um, and I guess the doctors had told him that his wife did come to see him, but she couldn't take it. Like, she couldn't stand looking at him, and she did him dirty. Like, she took the house, all the assets, the kids, and left him just like that. Just like that. And she never went back to him. So he didn't just lose his wife and his and the house in the car and everything like that. He lost his kids. And they were, I think at the time, they were like a very very they're babies. Like, they were probably, I don't know, I think they were under the age of 5 at the time. And he doesn't know, I don't think he knows like exactly where she is or where they are. Who knows what she told him. She probably told him like this story, like this crazy story. Who knows? And it's unfortunate, it's unfortunate because, like, can you imagine, like, going through what you went through, like, you're looking forward to coming home, and his face got blown, pretty much. He survived, just to come home to lose everything all over again. Over again. I can't talk. Just to come home and lose everything all over again. And it's like, wow, that's like a double slap in the face. Like, I don't even know if it's double or triple. I don't even know. So, and now he feels like he has no sense of purpose. Like, hold on. Now, hold on for a moment. My bad. I try not to do it, but you know, when nature calls, baby. So yeah, I'm just like, and I want to knock out all these like traumatic things that I have witnessed or people that I have met. Hold on, I gotta go check my mail. So yeah, so he's like homeless and he's like by himself, like, and that's sad. That's sad. You know, that's sad. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know if I should. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that his wife was like wrong for that? For like leaving him, and or do you think it's understandable because he looks different? Like, or and he was at in the war for a while. So do you think that she was talking to somebody else on the side, or I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? To be honest with you, I don't know. Because sometimes when you're in love, you can see past all that, you know? That's what I thought. I thought when you love someone, you know, really, really love someone, you know, you want to be there for them no matter what. You hold on to the good memories and things like that. But she just like, I don't know. I think it's wrong because he went through so much already and he's over there going to war to provide for his family, and he survived a traumatic situation. Sorry, I've been on bed rest for the past couple days and I have to tidy up. So yeah, he survived a traumatic experience, and then you leave him on his deathbed pretty much. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Just when I thought I'd seen it, heard it all, I didn't. Unfortunately, I did not. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. Cause you know, cause sometimes you could feel like you're gonna handle a situation one way, and then when it actually happens to you, it goes a completely different way. I think it's because I seen my mom take care of my dad for so many years, and she didn't make no excuses. She could have left him, but she didn't. You know, she still loved him. You know, so I seen her take care of him. I know it's a different situation, but she could have just like, you know, gave up because she didn't really have much help. So I think it's because I seen that. I'm thinking like, okay, that's what you do when you're married and you love someone, you hold them down. You feel me? Through thick and thin. And my family, his siblings, mind you, I told you he had 10. He was 1 out of 10. His siblings didn't really help. They said it was too hard for them to see their brother like that, but my mom just married him, so well, she's technically she was married to him for 12 years. My mom known him way less than you guys, and she's dealing with it. Why can't you guys deal with it, you know? She didn't think this was gonna happen. She didn't expect that to happen. Even though my dad was a monster, I don't know if that was part of his karma. I don't know. I really don't. But times like that, man, when someone's going through that, I don't think it's a good situation to just leave them high and dry. It's for example, if I'm in ICU, right, and I'm on my deathbed, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't like hospitals, so I didn't come visit you because I don't like hospitals. Hospitals scare me. Wow. But I came to see you. But when you're in the hospital, I came to see you. I didn't make no excuses. I grew up in the hospital, 'cause my dad, he had to go here, he had to go there, to out of state, all different types of hospitals. I grew up seeing all different types of things. I didn't make up with no excuses, man. So it's just people just, I don't know. I'll talk to you later. I'm about to take out this trash. So, all right. God bless you guys. Bye.